Njengoko nisazi ke babukeli bam Kids News siyathanda ukubona nisenza izinto ezinhle. Abestudio namhlanje siniphathele undwendwe olukhethekileyo intokazi nje neminyaka elishumi egama lingu-Che-Lee. Kwaye ke unengxaki endlebe akeva kakuhle kwaphela ngendlebe yakhe yasekunene kanti ke akeva kancinci ngeyasekhohla. Kodwa ke ukholele ungandikholele eentsukwini ezimbalwa za kukhupha icwecwe lakhe lokuqala ngqa. Ukanti ke uza kusibalisana ngendlela ahambe ngayo kule ndlela ebeyihamba. Masimamkele mbukeli. Good morning and welcome to Kids News.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. I understand that you're an actress, a singer, motivational speaker, and that you're doing modeling as well.
Yes.
But you're only 10. How is that even possible? I mean, like when I was your age, like back in the 80s now, I used to play with mud outside with other kids and would play soccer and go home dirty and stuff, looking like a hobo and get a beating of my life. And yet here you are at the same age, you're doing all these things, which is incredibly amazing. So at what age did you realize that you had passion for all these things, particularly for singing?
At the age of 4.
Yes. So what steps did you then take towards achieving that goal?
Well, I asked my mom
Yes.
that she must please put me in singing classes, but she always refused and said I have to model. So then I turned to God and I asked him for strength and wisdom. And then suddenly, doors just kept opening for me.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, tell us about your incredibly amazing performance at the art showcase in Florida and how in your performance and how that led to the relationship that you have with your current recording label, which is Atlantic, based in America.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I sang and then I got 9 callbacks and I went to see all these callbacks and then they want me.
All right. Well, I'm speaking from experience on this one. You know, when you're doing something on camera or performing in front of a crowd, it can be intimidating at times. So was there ever a point where you felt like quitting or running off the stage because of nerves that you couldn't get rid of? If that's the case, then how did you manage to overcome that?
I will never quit singing.
Okay.
Never my entire life.
All right. So how did you overcome the nerves? Were you nervous or you just
Never.
All right. That's nice. I know a lot of child stars, international child stars who grew up to be amazing, well-established musicians, right? Like the likes of Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, and Michael Jackson. But at some point in their lives, right, they felt like they were deprived of their childhood. They felt like their childhood was stolen from them. Michael Jackson went as far as writing a song about it, which was titled Missing My Childhood. So how do you juggle your life? How do you make sure that you do what kids do, play with other kids, do your schoolwork, and still go to rehearsals?
Well, it's all actually balance.
Yeah.
And when the other kids are busy playing, I'm busy studying for school and my music.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Well, this is an interesting one. You were recently crowned Miss Preteen Gauteng,
Yes.
and your parents hold the titles of Mr. and Mrs. Gauteng 2016-2017, which is incredibly amazing because for the first time in history, nothing like this has ever happened before. So how does it feel? How did you guys do it?
Well, it feels pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty overwhelmed.
Was it something that you guys planned or it just happened?
No, it just happened.
Wow.
And I challenged my mom
Okay.
because I always told her, Mommy, I can model very good.
Alright.
And then he said, are you sure? Must I challenge you? And then I said, challenge accepted. And then we both just suddenly won, including my dad.
Oh, okay. So, like they always say, success has its own ups and downs, It's not an easy task, otherwise everyone will be successful, So I want to know that, but you've managed to rise against all odds, despite your hearing problem with your right ear being 100% deaf and your left being 60%. And of course your dark past of being molested and stuff. So how did you, despite all these challenges, how do you make sure that you stay on top of your game?
Well, I turned to God.
Yes.
And I always prayed and asked him for help and wisdom. But I know that every problem that ever happened to me in life is for a reason.
Wow. Well, I'm actually glad that you managed to talk about it and open up and help other kids,
Thank you.
and still be able to use that to your own advantage to become a motivational speaker and talk about it. Was the molestation a huge part of why you decided to become a motivational speaker?
Yes, it is. It really is.
Okay. So tell me more about it.
Well, I was very shy, but then I told my mom and I went to her immediately. Okay. And then I asked God for help once again, and God helped me once again.
That's
And
nice.
I know it was also there for a reason, to help other kids. Because I know other kids are there in their houses and they're too shy to talk.
Yes, they're being silent
They're
about
too
it.
scared.
They're dying in silence. Yes,
Yes.
That's inspirational. So, briefly tell us more about your anti-bullying campaigns that you do in different schools. What is the inspiration behind that?
Well, I hate that kids are bullied. I can't stand to watch it. It's so cruel for me.
Yeah.
And I want to tell those bullies to stop bullying kids,
Yeah.
because they don't know what they're doing to kids, and they don't know if they keep doing that, where they're going to go.
And the effect that it has.
Yes.
Okay, well, on a lighter note, tell us more about your album launch at the Carnival City's Medigras Theatre on the
It's
11th
going
of
to be
February.
amazing.
What can the people expect?
They can expect a great show, great artists,
Yes.
and a surprise in store for you when you're there.
Wow, okay. I hope people will come out in full support of the show. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But I'm going to give you a chance to shine, okay? I want you to look into one of the cameras, that camera right there. Tell the viewers why they should come to your show and why they cannot afford to miss it.
This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime show. You can't afford to miss it. There's going to be so incredible artists over there.
Okay.
And what's happening that night, the 11th of February, will never happen in history ever again.
Beautiful. So where can people get the tickets and stuff?
They can get their tickets by CompuTicket.
Just look at me right. Tell us more about the song that. Tell us more about the song that you're going to be performing today. Is it one of the songs from your album?
Yes, it is. Touched by an Angel I wrote for a special girl that had to get a lungs transplant.
Okay. So do you have a role model, someone that you look up to, like a musician, and why?
Yes,
Okay. So.
I look up to God.
All right. Nice. Oh, okay. Last but not least, to all the kids who are watching at home would also want to be musicians, actresses and stuff, but just lack the motivation to stand up for their own dreams now. So what words of encouragement would you give to those kids?
Well,
Look at me.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to tell all of them to never get up on their dreams, because if there's a will, there's a way.
All right.
And what you put your mind to, you will achieve. And I just want to tell them that they must stop being so scared and come out for the real rights. And they will stop being scared, and they must pray to God and ask Him for help.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much. You've been so amazing. You know, I wish I can take you and plant you in my backyard and grow thousands of your copies. You know.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.